Alrighty, welcome back to Hit the Gap for another week. Getting right toward the end of the regular season now, so round 25 this week. We've only got
couple weeks.
Yeah, two more, you're right. A couple more, and then finals time. So it is still a bit of a logjam. I think, what is it, maybe 5th or 6th down to 10th-ish, or maybe even 11th, 10th-ish.
And even top four is still up in the air, really.
Yeah. More so just obviously, for finals, a final spot, rather.
So for at least four. I think top three is pretty much set in stone.
Yep.
Obviously, looking at Riff, Waz, and Roosters in whichever sort of assortment it will be, depending on whether they decide to drop games or rest people or not.
Yeah.
And then, of course, 4 will be, it could be the Knights, it could be the Sharks.
Still up for grabs.
Still way too up. Dolphins, it's very up for grabs still.
Yeah. As for just a finals appearance, I think at all, though, we've probably got maybe 4-5 spots that are still pretty log jammed. From maybe say 5th. We'll say 5th just for argument's sake, down to.
Right down to 9, really.
Yeah, or
5 to 10.
10th, I think. Everyone else is probably out of contention now. We saw last night the Storm getting rubbed out finally. They may have had a mathematical chance. They were probably hoping, like a lot of Broncos fans were hoping, that there may still be a chance, but...
no.
Yeah, not to be, unfortunately.
Mind you, it was close. Closer than it could have been, that's for sure.
Yeah.
It was a very, very tough watch, that game in particular, but it was definitely close.
Wasn't looking good initially, but they did really well with a bit of help. I think they did work their way back into it, but unfortunately not to be for the Storm this year. First time in, is it 16 or 17 years they haven't made a finals appearance?
16 years.
The record was, so that's finally broken. We'll have a quick look, though. We'll go back to last week, have a look at some of their games, which were games that decided a few spots or really ended a few finals chances, I think.
Also kept some chances alive, too.
Yeah.
Look at you, Kaz.
Yep. First one on Thursday night, Roosters versus the Panthers. Now, this one saw the Roosters knock Panthers off of their perch at the top spot there, I think, didn't it? At the time. Obviously, now Panthers are tied on points, I believe, so differential comes into play or something,
which is significantly higher for the Panthers, obviously.
Yeah. So probably just taking first back for now, but obviously Roosters yet to play this week. Man, tough game, very tough game. Probably expecting maybe a bit more of an attacking game from the Roosters, or from what we've come to see from them this year. Anyway, this year. Would have expected a bit more of attack, but I think they changed it up a bit and really knuckled down in defence for this one. Yeah,
and they also, I feel like they sort of switched it up to that same sort of play style that Penrith normally likes to play to, where it's just slow grind, choke you out until you give up, basically.
Yeah.
Roosters did not give up. They just put it straight back on their throat, and my goodness, they struggled to even get points. Like that 6 points that they do have was like miracle type shit.
Yeah. Yep. They it was it was a battle, but there were many opportunities gone begging, really, for both sides, I think, but mainly Panthers. It's a game like that is where you expect them to come back out of nowhere or flip the switch and then start to dominate, and they just didn't really get the opportunity, right?
I mean, when DCE score in both your tries, that's crazy.
Yeah, pretty big.
That's crazy.
Telling sign of things. Would have been a Rob Toya try, very nice one, but we unfortunately saw the return of the disruptor, or what they perceive the disruptor to be.
And my God, was it just outrageous?
Atrocious.
It was outrageous.
Mind you, one of a couple very odd calls, reffing blunders, I'll say, in that game there. But I haven't seen that since probably earlier in the season. I mean, what Marky Mark did, he went up and. He didn't go up with two hands, so I guess if that's your argument, fair enough. But
what's the point in contesting a ball then?
Yeah, exactly. No one's gone up with two hands, or you know what I mean. There's been people going up with one hand reaching out to bat it back all year, and you saw he batted it back. Toya ended up picking it up, but to them he was intending to disrupt. Who was it? Was it not McLean? Who did he go up against there? Jenkins, maybe? No.
Jenkins, yeah.
Was it? Yeah, Jenkins, all right. Yeah, so, I don't know.
Actually, no, hang on, wrong side. It was Toto.
Yep. Yep. So yeah, I mean, how do you determine that was a disruptor when he's very clearly made a play at it? But anyway, that's the rules they want to rule by again all of a sudden. So there was that one, and then the other one that had me really confused was the To'o disallowed try, which, man, would have been, like we're talking about Panthers just flipping a switch, would have been another classic try, and they would have been getting themselves back in the game, getting momentum.
This was the square up.
Yeah. If it were not for the fact that he did touch the sideline, so he went into touch, but the try got sent up as a no try, obviously. He just wanted a bit of a review on whether he went into touch, which, we see that happen every week, fair enough. But instead of just reviewing that, the bunker official, which I believe was Ashley Klein, big surprise, went back to the very start of the play, which was, 40 seconds prior to that. It was one of those real miraculous sets, or plays rather, where from the play the ball, it goes through that many sets of hands, and I think it went from left to right to left like twice.
3 times,
yeah, at least twice. Yeah, exactly right. And they had found that during that, Cleary, I think it was, put the kick up. Cleary or Cogger, one of them put a kick up, and someone contested it. From the Roosters. I don't know who it was. I can't quite remember. Was it Toya? Was it Toya? Yeah, someone contested it, and they found in that, so live, it got called play on. It was all good. They found in that review that even though they were reviewing To'o going to touch, they found the Roosters had knocked it on, but as the on-field ref had said play on, the Panthers didn't realise that they had a new set from that knock-on. Fair enough, rightio. They then continued to play the ball. The ball went from left to right across the field, and then ended up in a try-scoring opportunity, almost a try, but they deemed the Panthers unfairly done by because they didn't realise...
They didn't realise it
was a new set, so they hadn't played their advantage based on the fact they didn't know they had a new set.
Biggest load of shit ever.
Yeah, I mean, advantage well and truly played in any scenario, but... in what world does it matter that they didn't know Ashley Klein? But anyway, I would like a review of all the other games where we suddenly didn't know as well. Yeah, exactly. Don't know how it was relevant at all, but yeah. Anyway, no surprises there, I'm sure.
What is happening to my beloved game?
I'm sure there was a bet on somewhere from old Ashley or someone. But yeah, very, very, very odd. Very odd. It was a very odd game in that sense. But Roosters just knuckling down and really showing why they're contenders. I mean, after they thrashed us up here a few weeks ago, again, we wasn't, not to take anything away from them, but the Cowboys did help that scoreline with their poor performance.
And then just flat out giving up as well.
Yeah, you sort of hope that they don't rest on their laurels a bit the Roosters, and just sort of coast along toward the finals, but they haven't. They've continued to dominate since, which is the scary part for the rest of the comp. So, we saw Panthers and then probably Dolphins earlier in the year and Waz and then everyone else, but now it's pretty clear cut. I think it's very, very likely going to be Roosters and Panthers going deep into the finals here.
Oh, so, definitely.
Yeah, great game. Good one to watch outside of those blunders or weird calls, I think. Good to see someone, taking it to the Panthers finally. Great one to kick the week off. Next one on Friday. Fozball is fizzball. We've been saying that for a couple months now, but...
If this isn't hammer at home, I don't know what will, man.
6th or 7th straight loss, I think, at home. I know Manly were... Sorry, Hello Sport were talking about Manly deserving a spot in the finals, and teams like the Cowboys that are conceding that many points should just quit and give the spot up to a worthy team like the Sea Eagles. But fuck, man,
this is worthy. This is definitely worthy.
I don't think Manly are worthy of being near the top 8 at the moment.
Holy.
I mean, yeah, Dolphins again firing now that Katoa's back, finding their feet and finding their formula again, finding their fins rather. But Manly just, I don't know. I think it's his. I mean, he's come in not halfway through the season, but he's come in partway through the season, and it was quite good. He'd worked out a formula that was working for them, but wasn't anything too eccentric. So I think teams have started to work him out now.
Yeah, injuries plus time to actually sit down and watch some tape.
Yeah, and that's right. Combine to do something a bit more. I think teams have probably worked him out a bit.
Well and truly fizz now.
They are dealing with a lot, though, as well. Injury-wise, you're right. Tommy's come back this week, but they've been without him. Falolo, I think, goes to 5/8 this week as well, because Joey Walsh, who's been great, mind you, got a cheekbone or hairline fracture in his cheek or jaw. Might have been his jaw, I think. Didn't realise that. They didn't find out until after the game. He played through it, but just plagued by injuries.
They've had Turbo periodically throughout this back end though as well, throughout all these losses.
Yeah, on and off.
But they still keep losing, which is I just don't know. I think teams have just really sat down since Foz started dominating when he rocked up at the club this year.
Yeah.
I think teams have sort of sat down and gone, okay, no, we can't do this.
Yeah.
We can't let this happen any longer.
Yeah.
And they've really just knuckled down on tape and just
picked
really
the game plan apart a bit.
Picked them apart.
The old pass the ball to Homole is as good as he's still going. It's just not really paying.
It's kind of
off.
like dogs and the short ball to Preston or the short ball to kick out.
Yeah, it's not paying off like it was anymore. So
short ball to Burton.
Yeah. So. Yeah, unfortunately there. Finn's, again, finding that form again and going to play finals for the first time. So it only took them a couple of years, and we're seeing them improve rapidly every year. Great.
This has probably been the biggest year for them, I would say. Like, we've seen some, we've seen some crazy stuff come out of Katoa.
Yeah. Yep.
Especially the early season before that injury. He's been a little bit interesting since the injury, but I think he's only going to get better and better.
Yeah, 100%.
It wouldn't even really shock me if we start seeing him creep into New South Wales. So
yeah, which is the scary part, right?
Definitely.
Next game on Friday though, Bulldogs versus the Rabbitohs at a core there. Bulldogs getting pumped 22 points to 6. I don't know. Bulldogs are just. I don't know. I haven't been able to pick them since probably halfway through the season. They've started to find form again. Make another a bit of a run toward the final, or make a claim for a final spot, and then they just start to peter off again.
Well, one thing that I took away from this game was the Bunnies sat down and did some tape.
Yeah.
So they did some video watching, I think, because look what happens when you shut down the short ball to X centre or X back rower.
Yeah. Yep.
They just made no points. They couldn't do anything. Yeah. They managed to get a sneaky 6-pointer off. I think it was Anari, I want to say. I think Anari took a leap at a ball and got one.
Yep. Right, Anari Tuala right toward the end there.
Yeah, that's all they had. They did have, I think they had a G-throw attempt at a ball really early on, and he screwed it up too.
Yeah, it was within the first couple of minutes, I think.
Yeah, maybe. That's right. Yeah, so that was like, they almost did, it feels like they did that, and then they just went away from it straight away. They're like, oh God, we need to go back to the short ball immediately.
Yeah.
Didn't work the entire game, and then they're like, okay, we've got to start trying to kick, I guess. Bunnies were very, very good defensively this game. But the one thing that was really incredible about this game for me was watching just how potent Brandon Smith was around the rock, how deadly he was. He caused so much mischief.
Yeah.
Gave space for people like Talis Duncan, so much space.
Yeah.
I think he even picked up a try too, I think.
He did this week, or last week rather, yeah. And Fafita as well, starting to come alive.
Oh, actually, that try from Fafita was great.
Yep.
I think he beat three Bulldogs to the ball right on the death. So.
Yep. Yeah, he's really, really starting to come alive toward the end this year.
He just needed some Wayne magic, that's all it was.
Yeah, exactly right. And, at the Gold Coast there, he was getting a spell or coming off the bench. He's playing 80 minutes. He's an 80-minute player now. So, and to think they don't even have Latrell back yet. He was named in the reserves this week. He's since supposedly dropped out. Not officially. They've supposedly ruled him out, but we'll see come game day tomorrow what happens there. But, still got Troll to come back. So, Rabbitohs again making a bit of a claim for a final spot this year.
They've got about 100 people waiting to come back.
Yeah. As always.
Another injury
Rabbitohs,
ward.
Right?
Rabbitohs classic injury ward is just out the back door, just people lined up.
Yep.
So.
Yep. Saturday's games, however, Sharks versus the Raiders at Ocean Protect there, and I wouldn't have picked this result, but 20 points to 24. Raiders taking the Sharks out. I think probably there was a couple of injuries and stuff mid-game.
I mean, look, the key takeaway for this game is no Trindle, no win. Right?
Yeah.
Tricky's gone, that's it.
Yeah, it destabilised them a lot, because then everything was on Hines. It was all sort of Hines' job. He probably wasn't expecting it as such too, and I think
he could not fucking do it.
Yeah, I don't know. We've seen it before when the pressure mounts or whatever. It just doesn't. At times, it just doesn't come off, or it destabilizes him a bit, and that's exactly what happened.
He's just not a big game man. It is what it is.
Yeah. Raiders making up for that that penalty right at the end there from Corey Horsburgh the week prior that got the Knights the win. I think it was. Was it the Knights they were playing?
Yeah, it was the Knights. Yeah, they got the Knights the win and got himself literally ejected from the club
for a week. Yeah, and also he not re-signing on the outer, off to the Bears. Apparently, is the signing news.
I've never seen a coach just so willingly
shitting,
just shit down someone's neck. That was crazy.
Everyone else was out there having a go,
and it was crazy because Ricky has only ever been very supportive and positive about Corey, even when he's made mistakes.
Yeah.
But this one, he was just like, nah.
Yeah,
fuck yeah.
That's enough.
See ya.
That's enough. But Raiders getting the win. Too little, too late. Really, they're not playing finals this year, unfortunately. But minor premiership hangover. But yeah. Oh, well. Sharks again, just back to good old Sharks that we know they are and can be. So, see what happens come finals.
Kind of interesting watching the two fader type clubs come up against each other and seeing that result. But
see who can outfade the other. Yeah. Yep. The second Saturday game, though, Eels versus the Cowboys down there at Combank Stadium. Now, this one was, I don't know, a comedy of errors, in my opinion. We've seen... I didn't get to see the start of it. I only got to see probably toward the end of the first half, I think it was, and then that second half. But, comedy of errors, much like I've seen Eels games the last few weeks be. But Cowboys just very awful from the kickoff, I think was the general consensus. I mean, even when I tuned in, I saw there were a fair few things just not kosher anyway, or not of a team that should be in the finals or should be, trying to push to a grand final or push for a trophy. I don't know whether
they're begging for Tom Dearden.
Yeah, not much direction. Mind you, Purdue at 7 there, we saw some great touches and great plays in that, but it's just the direction's not there.
Yeah.
I feel like, I don't know.
And that's the thing, right? You look for people to create something. You look for your 6s and 7s to create things when you're up there.
Yep.
But we were getting up there and we weren't creating anything. It was it felt very random if we scored.
Yep.
Which is more of a showcase. It's more of a showing of how bad the Eels are this season.
Yeah.
But the one thing that I took away from this game was that at the end of the day, we scored, I think, 2 less tries than them.
Yeah.
If Moses was actually
able to kick
a ball, then it wouldn't have mattered in the first place.
Yeah.
So.
Yep.
I really didn't feel like, even if we won this game and we didn't have the bullshit drama episode in the last 5 seconds of the game, whatever it was. Or I think it was 2 minutes, actually. It was the last 2 minutes, whatever it was, where Mitch dived and took a hit for
Mitch does what Mitch does.
Moses does what Moses does best, really.
Yeah,
right?
When he can't win a game from the team skill, he's got to play.
He's got to be an absolute
the
bitch.
Game, but yeah.
I think my takeaway from this was that even without that nonsense, we still lost. So, and that was purely just off the case of we couldn't create moments.
Yeah.
Where are we missing that creativity is just Tom Dearden.
Consistency in creating those moments too. Like you said earlier, it's 100% I agree with, was our tries, pretty much all our tries anyway, were off just random moments. Some of them were great, but it just wasn't, they weren't set plays or anything.
Reed Marnie from 30 centimetres away from the line.
Yeah. That Bateman one where the ball
John Bateman taking the halfback role.
Like similar to that Panthers one that ended up being a no try for Toto. The ball just went from left to right, or it went through that many sets of hands, and
until John finally was like, "Fuck it, I'm kicking it."
Put a kick out to the wing, and it ended up resulting in a try. But you're right. You're 100% right. It just not set plays or nothing was structured. Didn't feel structured.
It was not structured even slightly.
Yeah.
I really do wholeheartedly think it's almost like they're not even practicing anything without Tom, you know? Like it's
solid.
Yeah, it's like they're not willing or trying to put anything together without Tom being there.
Yep.
It's all based off Tom, and if Tom's not there, then it is what it is. We'd just throw shit at the wall and see if it sticks.
Yeah, I think young Ronnie Volkman, as he has been this year, great in this game too. Just to not to shit on the Eels completely, but great in this game, which is funny because I think the rumors,
Talon De Silva too.
Yeah, Talon De Silva, you're right. I think there's some rumors swirling around this week that Ronald is either off to the Super League or being told to look elsewhere or something.
Which is unreal, but I'm not shocked because that's just what the Eels do.
Yeah, they'll keep Moses there. For another 5 years.
Letting Blaze leave.
Yeah. And in Papali'i, I would think, or Papali, however he likes it to be pronounced, Joash, you would think in the absence of Iongi, instead of putting Twytle or whoever back there, you would give Papali'i a go, who has filled in this year and done quite well at fullback, or done well enough, instead of putting someone untested there. But
can I say, look, upper Twytle, he definitely had moments. He showcased a lot of skill. Is he a fullback?
No.
Fuck no.
Yeah.
Fuck no. The amount of times he got caught out of position by people who shouldn't have even been kicking was unreal.
Yeah.
He should not be a fullback. He's definitely I think he'll be a great winger. I think he'll be an insanely good winger. He will generate points, 100%. But yeah, I think they've I don't know what they've got against Papali'i, man. You're right. There's something going on there. Yeah. They've got the goods sitting in front of them. They don't want to use them.
Classic Eels. And one quick honourable mention to Junior Polo, launching that pass all the way out to the sideline, massive harbour bridge, which resulted in a try too. You love to see a forward doing something like that.
Oh man, big boys.
Yeah, that's it. The last game on Saturday, though, the Broncos against the Warriors up at Suncorp there, and I know it's a Broncos home game, but was it really? It was heaving there, and I think it was mostly Warriors fans, unfortunately for Broncos supporters there, but yeah, 40 points to 6. Result probably foresaw the result coming. It wasn't.
I didn't think it was going to be this out there, though.
Yeah, it was a bit rough. There were a couple tries there where far out. What's his name? He was in the centre or on the wing there. His name will come to me. I'm going to have to look at the team lists here. It was Taufa. All Blacks Taufa. Where whoever it was went over. I think it might have been either Chans or Dallin, but they went over for another try, and he just he didn't even bother, he was just standing there with a 1,000-yard stare. It was like he knew it was going to happen. He was just kind of sort of thinking, when does this game end? How long until this game's over? But, yeah, I don't know. Another one, comedy of errors, unfortunately, for the Broncos. Warriors just too good. I think Broncos season, obviously, very clearly done and dusted for the year. They're playing for pride, but they're just not. I don't know.
I think really the disappointing thing for me about this game was watching the lack of effort.
Yeah,
some of these players.
That's right. They're playing for pride, but they're just not.
Not interested.
They're not interested enough. So
watching Katoni Staggs play this game was putrid. Pretty rough.
He does have his highs and lows, and this was one of the lows.
I mean, normally at the home games he at least has a proper go, but he just It's like you said, there were players there that were just looking into space, pretending that they could just leave.
Hoping
the game would end miraculously
sooner rather than later. Yeah, yes, they got Origin Stags unfortunately on that night. 2026 Origin Stags anyway. But yeah, Warriors rolling on as always. We saw Metcalf, and man, I think we saw a couple injuries last week from kicks. There was another hamstring in a conversion attempt. So that's Metcalf's probably Warriors run done. I mean, they're going to make finals, but whether he's fit to come back in and whether they put him back in, You know, they don't want him to re-injure himself, or they don't want to have to shuffle stuff midway through, especially in the finals. So.
Actually, so sad as well. Just watching all the cool Matty Nabes promos for him and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, they did. They hyped him up.
Hyped it up,
which I mean was
showcased
deserved.
all of his prior injuries as well, and then straight into another injury. Man.
Yeah, so and he knew too. As soon as he kicked it, he knew. You just saw him.
Yeah, he grabbed it.
He looked shocked and went, "Oh fuck!" He knew. So. Yeah. I mean, they've managed pretty well. I think there's a bit of we'll have a quick look at the team list for this week, but there's a bit of a shuffle going on there. They're making do with all their injuries they've got, but they'll be looking for Tamare to come back sooner rather than later, I think, to keep that run they've had earlier in the season going on.
Lucky for them, they do have a lot of insanely good players just sitting around waiting to play. That's the one good thing for them.
Yeah, I mean, Chance is out for a few weeks from that hip drop, or I think it was a hip drop, or
2 or 3,
yeah, 2 or 3, I think. So they've got Tane to come in, and I mean, you don't lose too much there. Tuapicki's a great fullback.
Yeah.
Sunday's games though, Knights versus the Titans there, 36 points to 26, very close down at in Newcastle there at McDonald Jones. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, really sharp stood out for me in this one, I think. There was lots of points on offer here. I just think, I don't know, Knights are just starting to tighten their run up. You know what I mean? Gagai, I think, went down with a hamstring as well in this one, if not the week prior. So they are, again, dealing with injuries. Someone comes back and they lose someone. But, yeah, I don't know. They're just finding a way. Ponga's just I feel like Ponga's locked in a lot toward the end of the year here, which they start to, in years gone, they start to rely on Ponga more than him just locking in and doing his role. The whole team sort of starts to rely on him, but everyone...
Now they don't need to, which is good.
Yeah, it feels like... That's exactly right. It feels like they don't need to. You know, they've got Francis, that Manu Leilua, however you pronounce his last name. He came in he's filling in for Lucas, really, you might as well say.
My God, he's going to steal his spot.
Yeah, exactly right. Yeah, so it's like next man up. It's almost like Melbourne Storm. It's Melbourne Storm or Panthers Esker. It's like next man up, and they're doing just as good, if not better.
Not better, yeah.
Which I think he's out this week as well, possibly from concussion or delayed concussion or something. But, yeah, again, still doing great, like doing wonders. So they're in pretty safe hands at the moment there.
It's just nice that they don't have to rely on Ponga, which means Ponga can actually play a natural game.
Yeah, without all the pressure.
Yeah, that's right. And I think when he is pressured, that's where things get lost.
Yeah.
I think.
Yep.
So.
Yep. Yeah, and Titans, I mean, valiant effort this year toward the end, and at times, I mean, they're being close a lot of times and just being pipped, but... Still making a charge, but yeah, it's all for next year.
And to be honest, I think the reason you're seeing that as well is because they've got a really outstanding set of hookers and people to come in like that. So
yep,
Pascoe is he's just been fantastic, just absolutely fantastic.
Yep. This last one for the week though, Tigers versus Dragons, 22 points to 24. Dragons only really clinched it in the end there. Tigers staged a huge coup. They came back and nearly snatched it, but I think it was an error or something that saw them get a try denied or something along those lines. But yeah, I don't know, man. Tigers just, again, you can't pick them. I mean, Dewey's out for the rest of the season now with that shoulder injury. Yeah, he's having his having surgery on it.
That was all I got from this game because I fell asleep.
Yeah, as opposed to just sort of managing it or rehabbing it. He's actually in there getting surgery now because, season's done, whatever. Has been done for a while, but yeah, might as well do it now. Dragons are just too good. I mean, the halves are being up in the air for a little while now. I think Gutho went down too in this one. Or he's out this week. He's got that knee injury, but I think he might have gone down in this game.
From what I heard, this was actually one of the first sort of games where Laika King Tongi, I think it is.
Yeah.
He actually had like a really, really solid game.
Yeah,
apparently.
Yep. He debuted last year and had quite a few good runs. I think it might have either been Magic Round or a week or two before Magic Round he debuted. It was very solid. But just, the halves merry-go-round continues. You know what I mean? This year it continues until they get Metcalf next year, and they're also obviously getting Nikorima, so it may sort of settle down. They may lock something in there. But their forwards just, again, dominating the Couchman Bros. I think Toby came off the bench in this one, but still just as effective. Hamish Stewart. Style. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Hamish Stewart, another great game. And Dylan Egan's the other one, big one there. You know, they're losing Leilua, I think, is off at the end of this season, I believe. And they're losing someone else from the forward pack. But anyway, regardless, they've just got a crop of young ones that I think are actually local, most of them. So they're playing for their team, their pride and whatnot, but they're just so good. The future's so bright for the Dragons there. That's about it for round 24, though. Not a heap more major news. A bit of signing news. We'll touch on that later, though. Last night's game, Melbourne versus the Panthers there. We did sort of touch on that. Melbourne didn't really look like they were in it at all until the ref started to bring them in. I think it was 3 consecutive sin bins for the Panthers. There was a moment there where probably 3 minutes or so overlapping of a sin bin. So they had 12 dudes on the field. 11 guys on the field. And Melbourne did put points on, but not as much as they should have, or as many as they should have, sorry. I don't know. Melbourne just done. Cooked.
Yeah, honestly, I also feel like I feel like they sort of just ran out of steam by the end as well.
Yeah, yep.
End of the day, you're still versing the Panthers, and they will still, even if they're playing pretty half-assed, they're still happy to choke you out. So,
yeah, exactly right. The defensive effort's probably the big one for the Panthers. Usually I'm up in arms about Panthers getting odd calls or whatever, but they had some average ones go against them, and they just defended their asses off and held that lead.
That's it. They did have a run of interesting ones go for them in the first half, but in that second half they just got railed. But it's like the NRL was like, you have to do everything to kill the Panther. Yeah.
Someone put one of those
a hit out straight up.
mid game $10,000 bets on Melbourne to lose or something like that. But no, the what do you say? Panthers dominating again. Yay.
Yippee.
Tonight's game's rather sorry though. Raiders versus the Broncos down in Canberra there. This is one where, you know what I mean, there's nothing to lose. We didn't actually touch on Walsh. Walsh is done for the season now. His ankle.
Syndesmosis.
Yep, so he's done. He's fried. As bad as their hopes were, they're even worse now. Their attacking flair gets worse.
That was from the Chance hip drop, that's right.
Yeah. Yep, that's why he's...
That's a nasty hip drop, actually, now that I think about it, too. He actually proper full-on leapt and jumped on it, practically, so...
Yeah. They're just, I don't know, Perham's there, and you know what I mean? Perham's not horrible, but the days are gone where they've got Tristan Saylor or someone, or even Cobbo there just to fill in for the interim and you know what I mean, end up being a star still, but...
Arthur's, maybe.
Yeah, and he's gone too, so... You know what I mean? Just season's done. Just don't let them put 30 on you, I guess. Broncos fans are hoping as well.
I foresee that to not be the case. So I actually think that the Raiders are going to put on a bit of a clinic here.
Yeah, I think that's right. Raiders, again, their season's done too, so they're playing for pride, but... Papali
this is
his retirement
a
couple days ago.
I think the last home game for Raiders this year.
And his last home game.
Yeah. Papa's last home game, so I think they're going to absolutely put on a pumping.
Yeah. Talk about the faders. Happens all the time, but this is one of them ones where there's nothing to lose, really, and they are going to want to send him off with pride. So, I think we're going to see... likely a few tries from off the edges, I think, unfortunately, for the Broncos there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. The second game tonight, though, Dolphins versus Eels. Dolphins all the way. Eels, again, it's backhanded, but we made the Eels look good last week. I think Moses could dive in every tackle in this one, or whinge to the ref in every single tackle in this one. I don't
think that's going to matter.
And I think he could probably get a handful of penalties for whinging and diving, but I still think the Dolphins put at least 20 to 30 on them tonight.
Is this the last home game for the Finns as well, I think?
I don't know. I think they may have one more possibly at KO. I don't know. I haven't checked, but...
Because I know that Ray Stone's retiring too, so...
Yeah, and you're right. That is the other news there. There's a lot of like careers coming to an end this year. Stone's only 29, so he's not as old as some of the fellas that we're seeing call it quits lately, but probably one of the hardest. You know what I mean?
He's had to do some tough runs, that's for sure.
Yeah, and he's had no regard for his body at all. He's done his role, done his job, and he's done it well for the Dolphins in the absence of a few forwards and things over the years. They signed a few older ones who were great leaders, but just didn't have the engine like they probably needed. And Stone, I think, filled that gap perfectly. And I think that's right. If it is the home game tonight, they're going to want to dominate. You might even see a sneaky Ray Stone try.
He does love a sneaky try from the probably 5-10 meter line too. So.
Yeah, exactly.
He loves a run. He loves a run. He loves to put it down. So usually gets it down too.
Yep. Eels, I think as well. Kelma Tuolangi leaving the Eels to head to Melbourne. I believe he's gone already, possibly. I don't think they re-signed him. So yeah,
this will be a Finns for me too.
Yeah,
I just think Katoa's going to like strangle them.
So. Yeah, exactly right. There'll be points all over the park, to be honest. We've seen Herbie do pretty averagely the last month or so. Whether he's carrying some sort of injury, we don't know
Same
about.
with Bostock.
But yeah, exactly right.
Got a try last week off a 80 meter line break from
toward the
Saka.
End or
Yeah,
I think yeah.
But I think we'll actually see both edges here really, really carve up.
Yep.
So
agreed. Tomorrow's games, however, Knights up against the Sea Eagles at McDonald Jones. I think the Knights could even whiff it a bit, but they will still put a score on Manly. Manly are done. Fosball's well and truly dead. Turbo is back. He's back this week, but they've lost Joey Walsh, so Falolo's there playing 6. Don't think it would matter if Walsh was there. Yeah, I don't know. Knights.
I do think that there is a chance for Manly to find some joy down that right-hand side against Dom Young, since he's probably the main defensive weak link, I would say. The Titans also really exposed that too, but I don't think it's going to be enough to win. I think we'll see the Knights very comfortably come away with a win here.
Yeah, definitely. Ponga clinic, sharp clinic.
Sharp, yeah.
I
do think that even though Dom Young's defense is not great, it's a bit of a Tyrrell Sloan thing.
Yeah.
I think his attack is just second to none though. So
yep.
He's hard to handle out of the line, man. He
makes
really
up for it almost. Yeah. Unfortunately for Manly fans, softest underbelly in the comp. Kick him out of the comp. Waste of a spot.
I think they should just give their spot up.
Yeah, I think they should give their spot up to someone that's lower than them on the ladder, honestly. But yeah, pack her up and hope for the best for next year, really, I think. Yeah.
Oh, Rabbits and Wars.
Rabbitohs and Warriors is the Arvo game tomorrow, however, though. You're right. And this
smoky.
I think this one's going to be good.
Big smoky.
It's probably one of, if not game of the round.
Where there is smoke, there is fire, and I'm thinking actually this will. I think the Warriors have had some really, really good games lately.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they can continue the same energy they had through all the way up until into the finals.
Yeah,
I really think the Bunnies are going to come out firing and just give them a bit of a surprise.
Yep.
Especially while they're down a half. I can't remember who they've got filling in.
Luke Hansen. He's playing 5'8" though, so Chanel's jumping into the 7 there. So it's a bit of a shake up.
It's a big shake up, man.
Yeah.
I think the Wars are probably going to drop this one, and they'll be right next week once they get Tamare back. I think Rabbits are going to come out firing and actually cause a bit of a ruckus.
Disruption, yeah, and they are playing for a final spot. I know that they've said they're not. Playing to stay in finals contention, I should say. I know they've said they're resting Troll. It's probably for the sake of not sending him out there this week and potentially re-injuring him again, because, I mean, he can injure himself at training.
I mean, let's be honest. They can make finals without Troll. Yeah. Troll comes back into the finals. Holy fuck, you've got a center nightmare to deal with.
Yeah, I think that might be the plan too. That's why he's getting withheld a bit this week. Don't risk it. Like, his 3-week injury back in, like, round 10 or 11.
And, like, bro, it's round 20.
Week injury.
And it's round 25, man. I would just hold him till finals.
Yeah.
Like, they can definitely make finals without him.
Yeah. Yep. And I think you're right, though. They've been going well enough without him. I think they will continue that.
Definitely.
I mean, even if he does make an appearance, he comes back this week, all you're seeing is Duncan go from centre back onto the edge, and then who takes a hike? It'll be...
Seagull, probably.
No, who's the edge for them at the moment? Aitken's the one I'm thinking of. Sorry, he'll go back to the bench, or he'll drop out of the side or whatever, so... Still dangerous, if not more dangerous. Either way, yeah, I think you're right. Bunnies will get the win in that one.
Is Cam Murray injured again, actually?
No, I don't think so. I'm pretty sure he's been playing. We'll just check team list real quick. Got him there. Murray, because he's been doing quite well. There. He is there at lock.
That's right, and they'll play Jai at 14. So, yeah, Ewan will just move back to the extended bench.
Yeah, yep. And the last game is Dragons versus Bulldogs, bit of a Vegas rematch. I think Dragons will get this done, if I'm being honest.
Honestly, I was going to say is the same thing. I think this is actually a bit of a smoky too.
Yeah.
I think they're gonna come out firing and really stick it to these dogs.
Revenge game for Vegas, getting dudded, I would say.
Not just a revenge game from Vegas, which really set their year in. You know, it's sort of started to kick the ball rolling, right? Like,
yeah,
they didn't really get a go until round 10 or some shit.
I think first win was what, like 12?
Yeah, Randall,
something like
it was
that.
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
It was very deep into the season. So,
yep.
I actually genuinely think that the Dragons are going to come out here and really stomp them, especially now while their forward pack is rolling.
Yep.
I think they're going to get the advantage in the middle big time. We're going to see some a lot of 9 and 14 action in this game. So,
yep,
big time.
Yep. Yeah, Dragons. I think Dragons in this one. Dogs in a bit of a tailspin. Critter's been doing all right playing 6 there. I don't know.
I just think they're too one-dimensional.
Yeah.
Straight up, they're just way too one-dimensional. That team has got the least tries off kicks out of the entire team, out of the entire NRL, and the Cowboys haven't had their main kicker for the entire season.
Yeah.
Like,
yep.
It's. I just don't have a faith in the Bulldogs. I think even a team like Dragons can figure out a defense against one singular play on 3 singular players. Easy.
We're seeing Jerry come back as well in the centre spot, and he's been great prior, but he's at the Storm already, you know.
Yeah, he doesn't care.
Yeah.
Straight up.
Bulldogs, whatever. He's did me dirty. I'm already out of here. I'll do my job, fill in that role, but yeah, I don't think he's that invested, unfortunately. Bulldogs, because you've continued to do what you've done the last year or two, and drop off players you probably should have kept.
Now, this is another one too.
Yeah, another potential smoky, possibly. Ooh. Oh, man, hard.
No Trindle.
Yeah, no Trindle, hard. I still think Sharks maybe get it done, but it's up on the Gold Coast. But I think it's going to be close, man. Yeah, I'm going to go Sharks.
I'm going to go Titans. I will do it.
Yeah, I think it's only going to be marginal. Like I'm talking maybe even 2 to 4 points marginal in this one, really.
I really struggle to put any faith in Nico Hines without Trindle.
When it's all on him.
He just can't handle the pressure.
Yeah.
I can't put any faith in it.
Yep. Yeah, it's just when, you know what I mean, when even like that Al Mazri record, he was on his way to breaking it or whatever, and first one was from the sideline there. We've seen him slot a few, and he just shanked it completely. It was almost as if that was weighing on him a little bit, maybe. And from that moment on, he just had an absolute stinker.
Yep, he's had a buster since then. Yeah.
Like a shocker, unfortunately. So, yeah, we'll see.
Oh my god.
We'll see what happens. And last one.
What is that betting odds?
Yeah, last one for Sunday there, your Sunday special, Sunday fun day is Roosters up against the Tigers.
80 points, anyone?
Yeah, I don't know. You wanna talk value in a bet or something? You could probably get some value out of this, but I mean, I don't know if you want to donate or not.
I mean, surely this game is surely just a rest all your players angle, right? Like,
Roosters walk it. Even if, I mean, Teddy's finally back after just, being rested for that ankle. I think he's missed 2 weeks now. Okay. But you'd almost be willing to just put Ramsey back there. He's done that well and just not risk aggravating Teddy's ankle. You might as well just let him have another week's rest or something.
Fully agree.
Because, I think it might be... Yeah, it might be a minimum 50 points from the Roosters in this
honestly,
one.
I would also really like to see them use Rex as well. Get Rex Bassington.
Oh yeah, give him another shot because he did do well earlier.
He was great. He was great on the wing. Yeah.
Yep. Twala laid out last week as well, but we will see him make his return. So their forward pack is bolstered a little bit, but man, I don't know, it's not that great. Jock Madden filling in there for Dewey. Again, as well, done solid throughout the year, but too little too late, unfortunately. Taruva. What's Taruva's story there on the interchange? Has he been injured maybe in number 19? I know they dropped Makasini after giving him however many attempts this year. They've dropped him in favour of a debutant last week, Solomon Sakuru. But, I don't know, man. Tigers
there's nothing. There is just nothing positive to say about the Tigers, unfortunately. They've just got a bunch of players who are keen to go elsewhere and do anything but play NRL for the Tigers.
Yeah.
So.
Yep. Yeah, the ones they have got ready for next year. I don't know. Give him a go. Javon Andrews. Give Javon Andrews a shot. You know what I mean? Put him in as a late thing. You're not really even playing for Pride anymore.
We haven't even really seen him make big signings for next year. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
It's pretty honestly the next couple of years. I mean, not really what Tigers fans want to hear because they've already had a pretty rough 4, decade. 5, 6, 7, 8 decade.
Yeah.
They've already had a pretty rough decade since I don't know when did Benji last play. It's been tough. I just don't see it. I just don't see anything positive coming from it. So I think Tigers fans, sorry, try again in 2030.
Yeah. Once they get maybe a crop of those younger fellas that do eventually come through, but
don't actually want to play.
Yeah, exactly right. That's it for this week, though. Round 25. We will we might even just get into a little bit of news around the league before we do get into the try of the week, because we touched on a few of them, but there's been a fair few bits of signing news this fortnight, really. Bunch of players swapping clubs or signing with clubs. Toto off to PNG a week or so ago was one of the big ones, off with his mate Jerome. Done a great job for the Panthers. I think probably reached his heights that he will with them.
Also reached his he broke the 101 tries, I believe it was, last night too. So.
Yep. Yeah, reached his peak. He's going to with the Panthers probably. I think he's not ever going to get a bigger contract. If anything, he's going to have to take a pay cut to stay there. So I think he's probably thinking of his family now and long-term future and stuff like that. By going to PNG, do a couple of years. I think it's a 3-year contract, is it?
Yeah.
2 or 3 years anyway. So do that, and then if he can play for another club after that, why not? But off to PNG. They're finally they're starting to put a pretty solid team together. Like, I've heard the term smash and grab be used for their team, their debut team or whatnot. And that's probably what it's going to be, the Avengers. They're just going to sign everyone they can, the big names they can, because they'll be able to have a good 2 to 3 year run from the get-go, and then after that start to look at the next, like cultivating something, bringing players through and stuff like that. So big signing for them there. Touched on earlier, but Horsburgh's obviously off to the Bears next year. Finally leaving Canberra. DCE's the other big one, so he's off to England, I believe. St. Helens, I think. No, not St. Helens. Hull.
Oh, yeah.
Off to Hull. Sorry, so he'll be playing for Hull from next year onwards. Probably could go another year, possibly even 2, with how he is going at the moment. But yeah, You know what I mean? He's again probably looking at longevity, have a nice relaxing end to the career over there, like a lot of players do.
That or Uncle Nick's run out of money.
Yeah, possibly.
Take your pick, really.
Yeah, he'll come back and he'll be able to have a media role as well if he wants in a couple of years' time, so why not?
Yeah, big
Why not
time.
make the most of it? We did see yesterday as well, Kevin Walters is going to go over and coach St. Helens. He's going to step down from the Australian coach role after this year, after the World Cup, and then he'll be the St. Helens coach for a couple of years. So we're seeing a bit of a migration to the Super League.
Billy Slater?
Yep. And Slater, stepping down from the Queensland role officially. Very tentative of whether he would do it again. But yeah, obviously he feels like he's done everything he can. He probably can't add anything more of value. If he couldn't do it this year, he's probably thinking, what's the benefit of sitting on the throne next year if you don't know whether you can add anything to it. So yeah.
And that said, let's be honest, the writing was on the wall after Craig announced he was having so many mental and health issues, really.
Yeah.
I'd say that's probably what's on the cards.
Yeah. Yep. Very, very likely in the next couple of years, if he is going to take a coaching role or do anything coaching wise in the future, probably where he'll end up.
Storm.
Yeah. Big one though is Muzz off to French Rugby Union.
Which took a few of us by surprise, really. I feel like because we thought for all money.
Roosters.
Red, white, and blue.
Yeah, that's what the good money, good news has been at, and good money's been on was him going down to the Roosters. But Tupou, I think, playing another year. He was going to go over to the Super League, but doesn't want to go anymore apparently, and looking to play another year supposedly. So may very well be staying. They've got a good set of signings coming, so they do have Garrick coming along as well next year, and heavily rumoured that Herbie will be there as well because he hasn't re-signed with the Dolphins. So
he might. I reckon Tupou might have felt the pinch when Nato Carr finally scored another try.
Yeah, getting a bit too close. Yeah, exactly. So big one, big change really going over to French rugby. He played rugby growing up supposedly. So I mean, why not? Why not again? Make the most massive contract reportedly massive contract.
I did see Scotty Drinkwater on Matty Johns also said he it sounds like Muzz is getting a little bit sick and tired of yardage carries as well. So
yeah, which man, I mean,
fair play.
Panthers have really ingrained that in the game. That is how the game is played these days. He's great at it, but he is starting to get older. He's got a lot of life left in him if he wants to play rugby league, but
constantly getting injured though.
Yeah.
So I can't blame him.
Yeah, injury after injury as he gets older. So why would you want to, keep doing it? It's exactly right. Take the good money, go back to playing a bit of rugby union overseas, and enjoy the working holiday. Really, he's been a great servant for the Cowboys since we've had him, and Queensland as well. That's probably, we're going to miss him at the Cowboys, but Queensland's going to miss him as well. Luciano off to Catalan Dragons as well. So,
more Super League.
Yeah, more defectors. Luciano, I think at that point, I can't see him ever staying for more than 2 years in any club. He just doesn't seem to be able to. Drops in, offers a lot of value, and then drops off, leaves. So, yeah, I don't know. Another one where who knows how long he's over there for, but another one on the move. Brimson's actually the other one I wanted to talk about. Titans, which is odd. I mean, maybe it's a salary cap thing, but they've had a bit of a clean out since Hane's been there, but they've told him he can test the open market. He can look for a contract elsewhere, and I think there are a few clubs who would love someone like Brimson. I mean, Dragons probably another one where they're building a bit of a team of Avengers at the moment. Why would they not make an offer for him? I think Sloan's going, bring Brimson in. He'll play centre. He could play wing. He could play six in a pinch if need be. He'd be.
He's still got his speed while he's got a bit of youth. So
yeah, exactly right. If not the Dragons, Bears another opportunity there.
Time, yeah.
They could use him, and they Bears are just lagging behind in terms of signings.
I almost feel bad for them. Like it's the whole PNG thing has really stifled any chance that they I feel like that they really have.
Yeah.
Being able to get anyone big.
For their sake, it's like you either wanted to have the announcement that was official a couple years earlier, or you wanted to give maybe another 2-year buffer instead of a year buffer between.
I genuinely feel like they have got a worse chance than the Dolphins were given. And the Dolphins, I feel like, weren't really given that much of a chance, but they had Wayne Bennett.
Yeah, so that was the calling card, and the drawing card was Bennett, and it worked well for him.
Meninga is nowhere near the drawing card of Bennett.
Yeah, so great for Queensland and great for Australia, but as a club coach, you know what I mean?
What have you got to show for it, you know?
This is going to be it, so yeah, we'll see what happens there, unfortunately, for the Bears. And the last one, probably the biggest one's Tui Kamikamica announcing his medical retirement only yesterday, I think it was. It was very, very recent. Suffering that. Was it blood clot?
Stroke.
Or stroke, so.
Full-blown stroke. That is truly terrifying for someone of his age.
Yeah, fitness and whatnot.
Just anyone. A terrifying thing to happen to anyone, really. But for someone that age, it does highlight how bad, all of the head knocks can actually get in this game, and how privileged we were to see such a giant, an absolute giant, be able to play the game and show us some great footy. So
for Melbourne and also international footy,
big time.
A leader, a stalwart, and cut short. Really, definitely had a couple more years in him, but your health's what matters at the end of the day. He probably could be playing more footy, but it
was a lovely celebration that they had pre-game last night too, I thought. So.
One of the good guys, as they say. Tui, all the best to Tui for the rest of his life and whatever else he picks up on afterwards. I'm sure the Storm would love to have him around in some sort of capacity moving forward. With that, though, we'll move on and have a look at your try of the week. And did you end up picking one this week, or?
Yeah, I actually did end up settling on one, and it's I came into this episode thinking there wasn't really anything outstanding. But I think on the way through this episode, I realized John Bateman, the halfback.
Yeah.
Man, that's nice. That was really cool. Yep. That actually was really cool.
Yep.
And Tom Chester obviously being the benefactor of that try. So,
yep.
Good on you, Tom Chester, but more of a good on you for Johnny Bateman.
Yeah, the kick was immaculate. We see the big boys take kicks at times and they don't pay off. I mean, we saw that assist from Paulo we talked about with that pass, but the kick I think was
the show stealer.
Yeah, it was immaculate. Yeah. That's exactly right.
That was it was honestly just like a 7 kicked it.
Yep. Even better than probably what we would have gotten.
Definitely.
We will have a look at the NRL Fantasy Buy of the week this week, and this is going to be the last one for the year, as if your rounds haven't already concluded after this week, it only goes till round 27, so by the time we come back, it'll be pretty well done and dusted. But all said and done, if you've got some money in the bank, if you've somehow still got trades, you're looking for someone to bring in. I know myself personally, and I'm picking him up probably not this week, but next week, just based on the trades I have left. I've only got one singular trade left for the last 3 weeks. Latrell Mitchell. Now, I'm saying this on the proviso that he does play. He does end up playing before finals, but Latrell Mitchell is one where he comes in healthy. As long as he comes in healthy and maintains that health, he could very well easily net 80 points for you. He's up there at like 900k or just over 900k, so probably one of, if not the most expensive fantasy player at the moment, and crazy because he hasn't played for 80% of the year, but that's more telling of how great he was prior. So, a center, winger, fullback, dual position. So, people that are having dramas like me, where they've just had Walsh drop out, just had a centre injured. Which
I was just about to say, my condolences to all Walsh havers.
Yeah. He was one where he was going well, and then just classic fantasy 5 minutes, 10 minutes in, injured, gone for the rest of the season. Just when you're running out of trades, I did lose Ramian as well for the rest of the season, so that's a center spot I need to fill. Macassini isn't getting picked for whatever reason, so Latrell will be very handy there. You know what I mean? Whether he does play this week, I don't know. More than likely next week by the sounds of it, but if you got the trades and you got a spot there, pick him up, and hopefully he'll get some people who are playing round 27 grand final a bit of a chance at the run through the prelims and in the grand final there. That is about it, though, for this episode. As we said, we'll probably be coming back to you right at the end of the regular season next time. Lot of positions or ladder positions to change in between now and then. So hopefully we can see some great games to tie those up or tie the bow on those, and shore some teams up there for their finals runs. I think that's probably about it, though. There was nothing else you wanted to touch on before we go?
I think we got it all.
Very good. As always, give us a follow on YouTube, Instagram, or Facebook. Hit the Gap Podcast. We will probably look at doing a bit more in the finals this year. Last couple of years, it's been a bit sporadic off and on. We'll try and do some sort of special episodes or episode, even like a review or something like that. But until next time, till the end of the regular season, thanks for tuning in.
Cheers.